Good evening, everybody. Welcome to night 25 of National Poetry Month. 25 days in, 5 to go after tonight, 6 to go including tonight. But tonight's poems definitely have a theme, and that theme is a person. A person that actually I met through writing circles, I should say, or poetry, really, for that matter. Actually, more specifically, World Poetry Day. Um, if I remember correctly, it was a Seamus Haney um, poem. It was posted. I commented on it, started talking on it, and then a friendship was born out of that. I haven't had much chance to talk to her lately, but uh, that could be because she's very busy with work and school and getting engaged. But anyway, so tonight's poems are dedicated to the person who the poem, that my poem is about. It's a friend named Megan, and yeah, it's just she's like I think I actually said something about her earlier in the posts I've made the videos I put together. The thunderstorm poem was for her. She is definitely a spark plug of an individual, and I hope that she sees this because this is pretty much her video, really. So yeah, I wanted to throw that out there. This one is for yeah for Megan. So the first poem would be a John Keats poem. She's a big fan, to say the least, of this guy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just read the John Keats poem. It's one called To Autumn. All right, here we go. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how load and bless, with the fruit and vines and round the thatched eaves run, to bend with apples in the mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells, with a sweet kernel to set budding more, and still more latter flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease. For summer has o'erbrimmed their clammy cells. Who hath not seen oft amid thy stone, sometimes whoever seeks abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor, the hair loft by winnowing wind, or by the half-reaped furrow of sound asleep, drowned with the fume of poppies, while they hook spares the next swath, and all its twained flowers, and sometimes with gleaner thou dost keep steady the laden head across the brook, or the cider press with patient look. Thou watchest with oozings hours by hours. Where there's stones of spring, aye, where are they? Think not of them. Thou hast thy music too. While barred clouds bloom the soft dying day, and touch the stubble plains with rossy hue, then in a wailful choir the small gnats mourn, among the river shallows home aloft, or borne aloft, or sinking as the light wind lives or dies, and full-grown lambs loud bleat from billy horn, or hilly born, excuse me. Hedge crickets sing, and now the treble soft, the redbreast whistles from the garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. John Keats, To Autumn. It's funny, the last line being swallows twitter in the skies, because that's where the conversation started, actually, on Twitter. Anyway, onward we go into my poem, my original poem that I wanted to do. I wrote with her in mind, obviously, because I mean it's a very much about the conversations we've had, and all that, and so I went right after it and named it after her as well. So if you have the book already and you're wondering who's Megan, that's Megan. She's a friend. She's yeah, someone I enjoy talking about music and writing and movies and such with. So what you'd call a friend, right? So anyway, to continue this set of poems that are pretty much for her, um, I'm going to get into the poem named after her. Now, I'm not trying to unravel the mysteries of the universe. I wouldn't even if I could. But I'm telling you, I can hear it sometimes. From the little to the grand, it's all there. Like this one time I used a hashtag, just a simple phrase, a simple glance to see who else said what. It was then that this door opened. And there was this light in there. You better believe I did. You know I did. Since then, we've seen wavelengths. We've surfed them, and the surf is good. So good. It's easier to see as anything. Some bad news and vibes want control? Nope. Your messages come clear and clean the air. Bad moods don't even have a chance. But the unraveling of the mysteries of the universe, I'll leave that to some greater poets, or maybe even a physicist. Wavelengths. Like when I see some news about a singer you like, so I tell you, and you're already listening to her? Yeah, wavelengths. Or that in my days I see lots of money, most of which isn't mine. Now, I'm not saying I know how, but guess what I see? Not the answers to the mysteries cosmic, but I see a lot of New York quarters. Or other times I'm making change into dollars, and the only two quarters left were Vermont and, yes, New York. I can't say I even know a fraction of everything, but I do know about World Poetry Day and hashtags, hockey, the frustrations and triumphs of technology, the triumphs of technology, the teams that win and win, the blinking ellipsis, and the smiles made. And as for the universe, I don't have any answers for that. Instead, I have this poem, and now, so do you. Megan, from Analog Poems. Yeah, so that's the night's poems right there. There are a pair of poems, for a good friend, someone who is also a good writer in her right. She does a little bit more of the prose stuff, which is something that I don't think I've ever really been able to get a hold of and wrap my own hands around that to write in my brain to figure out how to do it. Yeah, I guess that's about what I've become as a poet. You know, that's me, a poet. That's how I do my writing. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there. Big shout out to her. Been a big shout out to you for watching all these videos. I'm hoping that you enjoy them as much as I enjoy making them. I know that they're just a talking head into a phone, basically. But I love that about this type of technology, this type of the age we're living in, I guess, you know? So, like I've always been saying, down below in the description section, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find out how to order Analog Poems, but don't buy it from the sellers. Buy it from Amazon, or up above if you're watching on the Facebook author page. Definitely click in there, read, find out how you can buy a copy of my book. Buy one for you, buy one for a friend. Do whatever. And if we happen to run into each other in real life and not on here, I'll be more than happy to sign that for you. So that's pretty much about it. That's all I've got for you tonight. Be good to each other. Be well. Never ever be careless with friendship, with another's heart or loyalties. Seriously, real talk right there. Never be careless with those things. Never be careless with people's hearts and loyalties. You just never know. All right, so that's tonight. That's all I got tonight. No more rambling. Have a great night. Hope this finds you well. Comment, like it, share it. Let's do it up, all right? National Poetry Month, night 25. One love, everyone.